Hey, it's Brian. Hey, wanted to send you a message to say thank you very much for allowing us to do a soil test on your property and move forward with the corrective action that we call Supercharge. So this is a step in the right direction, and let me explain to you what to expect and why we're going this route in the first place. So back in 2017, I really couldn't put my finger on it, but there was a lot of things wrong inherent with the system, a lot of flaws, and I started questioning why are we doing things the way we're doing them. And fortunately, back in 2017, I met a guy that changed my outlook forever and introduced me to biology. What I have found over the past 7 years, this being 2024, there's a lot of historical geological problems with our soil here that I won't get into detail here, but we've got that working against us. Development on the land that your house sits on, and then the advent of synthetic fertilizers, which if you've talked to me at any length in detail, you'll know that I'm completely against these, and they're destroying the soil and they're costing people a lot of money that they don't see because it's just part of the system. And I can tell you that it's created a lot of inefficiency. So what we're tasked to do is, one, correct the soil, and that is different for every single yard. That's why we run a soil test and definitively identify what's wrong with your particular soil. And then we put down complete spectrum of macro micronutrients and a lot of carbon. And we top that off with biology. We use a product that has 7 strains of bacteria and fungi, and rather than force feeding the soil, or I should say the grass, with synthetic inorganic chemicals that are damaging the soil, we use biology and organic nutrition to cycle elements from the atmosphere and the soil into the plant via biology, and we're reestablishing that relationship between the root and the soil that really doesn't exist with the synthetic model. What we found out is that we can increase the organic matter in the soil, which is synonymous with carbon. This is a biggie because this actually allows your soil to hold more water and also serves as the energy for the soil. So once we correct the soil, and it's not an overnight process, but we have had really good success with the method that we're using right now. And what we're going to do is repair your soil, set it in the right direction so that it can begin to communicate with the soil and establish that relationship with the biology, and then everything else happens from there. A lot of the roadblocks that we have to deal with are things like thatch, compacted soil, in excesses and deficiencies in the soil of different elements. The pH on your soil test, I've probably gone over this with you, dictates a lot. The higher that is, we have alkaline soils here, the higher that is, the less likely things are going to get into your yard. Into the grass. So also the pH affects the ability for the plant to pick up water, and also affects the ability for the microbial life to be there in the first place. So it has to be a happy medium, and all these things have to fall in place in order for things to work right. What we're after is efficiency, and I can sum this up is basically what we want to accomplish is a relationship between the root and the soil, and remove as many of the roadblocks that disturb that process out of the way, and develop a thriving population of bacteria and fungi that will do all the work for us 24/7. It's wonderful. That's how nature works, and I will never go back to synthetic fertilizers. Don't ask me, I won't do it. This is how we do things from here on out, and we've got great results to show for it, and we're making progress, and I finally have answers and solutions for our customers. Thank you so much for letting us better your soil, and we're looking forward to a great relationship with the soil, and that will translate into a very healthy grass in time. Just make sure that you keep it hydrated. That's really important. We can go over that with you, but I want your yard to look as good as possible, and it all starts with the soil. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. My customers know that I love talking about this stuff, and probably talk your ear off about it, but it's all in with a good motivation, and I want you to understand what we're doing and how we're doing it and what to expect, and more importantly, what's going to look like down the road. So, hey, have a great day. Talk to you later, and thank you so much for your business. Have a good evening.